Hello there, this is Patricia from Pinky's World. Today I'm making some Tic Tac covers. I made these in one of my very first videos when I first started nearly 2 years ago, and I had used the Tic Tac brand, and I went to remake it, making new additions and different type of paper and stuff just to jazz it up a bit. And of course the Tic Tacs that I had bought are not the brand type. I actually bought these in Lidl and they're slightly different size. So I had to resize everything. So if you have these ones, they're probably in Lidl or Aldi or anywhere like that. Tiny Tasties you call them. They're just a slightly different shape entirely from the originals. So if you need to recover them, these measurements should help you. So this is what I made. These are the orange flavoured ones, and it's more or less the same wee design, just completely different measurements. So we'll have a wee go at it. So to start, you're going to need a piece of your DSP or card, whatever you want to use yourself. I'm using the Christmas Gleaming, Brightly Gleaming you call it. This particular one has stripes on one side, so you could use either side, but I like this side for the Christmassy decorations. And I'm using the Brightly Gleaming stamp set, which is beautiful too. It comes as a bundle and you can get the punch that does this. I just bought the stamp set. I don't mind a wee bit of cutting out if you want to cut back a wee bit. I might end up getting the punch, I don't know. I haven't decided. So anyway, get yourself a piece of DSP that measures 8 inches by 1 3/4. And you will need your tag topper punch, or there's another one out that does 3 different sizes of punch. Both will work. Just put it in and center it in the center of your punch. Push it right up, punch it, and turn it around. Do the same again. Just make sure it's centered. And there you have the two tag things done already. So now you just need to do your scoring. So get your scoreboard up. And we're going to score at 1 inch. Then we're on 1 3/8. And then go up to 3 5/8. You can see the measurements are so different for this particular one. So turn that round now, just butt your other side up and do the same again. 1 inch, 1 3/8, and 3 5/8. And that should give you the perfect folds to hold your Tic Tacs in place. So fold this one out the ways, the top, the first one. Fold the second one in. And these ones are in. And this one's in. Just make sure that it's all lining up nice and straight. This one's going in and this one's going out. And that should hold your Tic Tacs in there nicely. The nice wee casing. So we're going to glue this together. And I'm just going to use wet glue. Just cover one top side of your punched area with a bit of glue. Don't go too close to the outside so it doesn't ooze out on you. But certainly put enough on that it's going to hold it nice and neat. Don't need to open it. They'll be able to slide the Tic Tacs out very easily. This is a perfect wee thing for anybody with the Christmas craft table or wee teacher gifts. You can pop a lot of wee handmade things in for the kids to bring in. So just line that up. And that should hold your Tic Tacs. You should be able to slide that in there perfectly. And then just press it nice and neat so it's all held nice and secure. So you can see there's just a wee slither. The other one was 2 inches wide. Different depth and everything. It just was not going to work for these ones, so I just had to re-measure everything. So now we're going to do a bit of stamping for our front. So you need a bit of wisp of white, and the stamp that I'm using is the small, the wee small one out of here. And I'm going to stamp it in No, I'm going to stamp it in Native Navy. To tie in, the Native Navy matches this perfectly, and I'm bringing in a bit of the cherry cobbler to add that nice Christmassy red to it. So just ink up your stamp. I'm just going to hand cut this out, so we'll just stamp it up and then we're going to colour it. As you can see, the navy's nice and bold. And while we're waiting, we'll just stamp our sentiment, and it's going to be stamped in this cherry cobbler. And the sentiment is from the Itty Bitty Christmas, sorry. And it just says Happy Holidays, which is not very something that's used a lot over here. We're more Happy Christmas, but it does appeal to people when they're buying stuff at craft shops, so don't be afraid to use it. It is a bit American, and I think we're all getting very into the American stuff over here with Halloween and whatnot. So we'll just use this classic label punch to punch that out. That sentiment fits in there perfectly if I've stamped it in the right place. Just about. I haven't really. It's over to one side, isn't it? I'm going to re-stamp it. You don't want that to happen. You want it to be balanced. So give yourself a bit of space at either side. We'll do it here. And hope I haven't done it again. So just slide that in and make sure it's in the center. And that'll be that ready. So we're going to do a bit of colouring now. Put these things out of my way. So we want to colour this in. And for that I've used the Cherry Cobbler blends. And I'm starting with the very darkest one. And I'm just going around the edge to give it a bit of shadow where it would be hanging, and just pull your ink out to give it that nice long ovally shape of shadow. Same around the other side. Bring it down to the point. And that gives it a good bit of depth, and you can drag it in a wee bit more to give you that nice sort of rounded shape in the center there. Then go back in with your light cherry cobbler. Yep. And we're just going to smooth some of that out again, keeping that nice ovally shape. Just dragging it out. And then we'll go in with, you could build up more layers now if you want at this stage, but I'm just going and colouring it. This is the light real red, which sort of adds that lovely wee bit of light glow to the centre there. And for the top I just have this old jelly roll pen, and I'm just colouring that in. It doesn't even work very well, but if you had those nice inks that Stampin' Up have, you could use that to colour it. Sort of metallic-y inks they have, which I think are now back available to buy. So that's that more or less done. The only colour we need is the Native Navy. So rather than, you're not going to be selling these for a lot of money, so you don't want to be adding too much embellishments. You want to keep those for your cards and stuff. So just to tie in the Native Navy, I'm going to do simply a dot just adjacent to that. Just hold your pen there between that point and those cut off points there, and that gives you two wee dots to embellish that. So we'll just quickly cut this out. Just follow your edges, try and keep the navy edge there so that you don't lose any definition. Always keep your scraps of Whisper White. They're great for stamping wee things that you're going to cut out. You know, if they're not big enough for a full scale card, you'll always be able to do your sentiments or these wee baubles or other tiny stamped items. Waste not, want not. Don't bother about cutting that wee white bit. If you have a wee tiny punch, you go ahead and punch it, but I'm sticking a bow over the top of it, so it's not going to be white looking by the time I've finished with it. So when you finish that, take your scissors and just curve the edges just to give the bauble a nice rounded feel. So it's going to be sitting like a wee bauble. And then inside we're going to, as you can see, I've stamped other stuff, but it doesn't matter. Inside we're going to put a sticky square of some sort. I think I have nice big dimensionals that'll just fit perfectly. Pop one in the middle and just pop that onto your box. In the center, and you can see it still has kept that nice curve because I've only got a sticky in the center. So now we need a wee bit of a bow. So I'm using this here. It actually came in one of the kits that I bought. I think it might have been Shelley's kit, I'm not sure, but if you get stuff in your kits and you've finished all your cards, hold on to them and use them again. And the stamps you get can all be used again. The kits are great. So I'm going over, if you've any of you's got this, this was, I don't know who made it, Bow Maker or something. This is the smallest one, and I've went in 3 cones at either side. 3 forks or whatever you call them, to make this bow. I think it's big enough size. And you could use a sticky dot to put your bow on. I don't like sticky dots for bows. I don't think they hold it long enough for me. And if these are going to be in a craft fair, they're not going to be, you know, they're going to be sitting around for a while. So I use Yoo-hoo. I know it's deadly and it's messy. So always keep your Yoo-hoo facing up, straight up. Never lay it down. And use it from the top only of the, just put a wee dink. Pull that away as quick as you can and set it there. It is so messy, you just have to be careful, but it holds that bow forever. Just store Stampin' Up, don't let it lay down. And it takes seconds to hold, and it's permanent. So it is worth the wee bit of mess. A bit of practice and you won't make too much mess. We'll let that sit for a minute, and we're going to add a long dimensional here, or long, whatever you use yourself. Center, in the center of your sentiment, stick it on. Just use that wee space at the top and use the line of it to line you up. That should keep that nice. Yeah, it's taken okay. So the last wee thing is we want to add a bit of ribbon for the tag top. I'm using this gorgeous, gorgeous ribbon. It's cherry cobbler's wheel, so it all ties in nicely. And it's called Diagonal Stripe Ribbon, which really always reminds me of Harry Potter. Don't ask me why, but it does. So just sort of measure up what you need. That should be enough. Don't use your old scissors. Use your ribbon scissors. Right, pass that through. And pull. And I'm just going to use my big ribbon scissors to trim that off a bit. Oops. And we could trim that a wee bit too. And there you have a nice wee box, which you would do much quicker than me. Once you get into the swing of it, you could have loads of them done in no time. So I hope you like that, and I hope it's of use to you. if you happen to do craft fairs then and you buy the wrong ones, the different size, go to this video. If not, go right down to the bottom of my videos and there's one for the Tic Tac brand size. And you could do the same design, just copy the measurements. So hope you enjoyed that. All the items will be listed down below and a link to my shop. And thanks for joining. Bye.